To the sports segment here on the Giant News Prime. In the next 90 minutes, we'll bring you the latest in the world of sports, starting right here from Ghana, as President Nana Akufo-Addo has urged the Ghana Football Association to maintain the current technical team of the Black Stars after Ghana defeated Nigeria over 2 legs courtesy away goals to book a spot at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Nanado was speaking when the team paid a courtesy call on him at the Jubilee House on Wednesday. Benaya Elom was there for Joy Sports.
The Black Stars arrived in an open-top bus at the Jubilee House on Wednesday, March 30. The team was at the seat of government on the invitation of President Nana Akufo-Addo after beating Nigeria to Qatar 2022 tickets. The Black Stars returned to Accra on Wednesday dawn after their gallant performance against Nigeria in Abuja. Upon their return, President Akufo-Addo invited the team to the Jubilee House on Wednesday afternoon to acknowledge their efforts. Speaking at the gathering, President of the Ghana Football Association, Keto Kreku, thanked the President for his support and promised that the team will make an impression in Qatar.
On behalf of the football fraternity, we thank you so much for the support. We thank you for the belief. We thank you for the investment you're making, and we believe that this victory will be the needed impetus for you to even invest more in domestic football. And I know that this is nothing for the showboy. To my colleagues in the media, yes, you've been there for us. You've supported us all the way. I'm grateful for all the support, but this is just the beginning. Qatar is the next stop. And we will go to Qatar and make an impression like we've never done.
Head coach of the national team, Otto-Addo, says he is happy to lead Ghana to a 4th World Cup appearance.
It's a great honor for us to be here. For me, it's even very, very special. More special than the game yesterday because we were not really prepared, or I'm not really prepared. Thank you very much, Mr. Kreku, for your kind words. A little bit too much, I think, but it's okay. I take it. I won't make it long. I think enough is said. Surely everybody's happy. We qualified for the World Cup. This was our aim. And we're looking forward for it.
Akufo-Addo urged the GFA to confirm the appointment of the Otto-Addo-led technical team following their success in Abuja.
I'm hoping that the technical team that has been put together for these 2 matches will at least take us through the World Cup itself. I told the coach, the head coach, that he ought to be careful when he came to Ghana. He might likely be kidnapped here and will make it difficult for him to go back to to Germany and to Dortmund. We want him here. But I would, Mr. Kreku, whatever you can do to make sure that the team stays together, at least until Qatar. Then afterwards we can take the long-term decisions. The reason is that a situation whereby Arsenal, Tottenham, and everybody is together in one arrangement. That's a formidable arrangement. Tottenham is very well represented here, both here and here. And oh yes, the Vice President. The Vice President is also a strong supporter of the Cockerel of the Spurs. So let's keep together. And the hunger, the desire, the determination that we saw in Kumasi, that we saw again yesterday, keep together. And out of it, I know something even greater is in the future for us.
Ghana will know their group opponent on Friday, April 1, when the draw takes place in Doha, Qatar.
Well, speaking of the World Cup draw, we do have our correspondent there, in Doha, Qatar, who will be bringing us later details on what to expect and also all the reactions and behind the scenes. I will be revealing that to you tomorrow, and so you do want to stay in touch with Joy Sports, especially on social media at Joy Sports GH. But Nana Addo says that he wants the Otto Addo-led technical team maintained, and former Ghana Football Association spokesperson Ibrahim Sanyidara shares the same opinion as the president. He was speaking to Evans Mensah on PM Express.
Statement on this show that Otto Addo should be the national team coach of Ghana, at least on temporary basis, before we clear this World Cup hurdle. I knew, as a matter of fact, that he was really, really competent with a team that was shattered in confidence. I was in Kumasi on Friday and saw that, but for about 2 or 3 players that he injected in the team, it was the same team that played at the African Cup of Nations and embarrassingly crashed out at the group stage and lost against the lowly placed Comoros national team. I knew, as a matter of fact, that if we wanted somebody to whip the side in shape, it was Otto Addo, the man who's proven by the work he's done with the Ghana national team in the past and the work he continues to do with the German side, Borussia Dortmund. And this was exactly what we saw on Friday and exactly what we saw today by the tactics he deployed for the boys to be efficient, not to play to the gallery, but to get the desired result. And it was what we saw today. We saw a team of hungry young men who were ready and willing to put their country first. And this was what they did today. And it goes to show that when we put the right people at the right places, and crucially, I say this crucially, because it seems that in our country, when you make a statement about the competence of somebody or somebody who deserves to be in a position, you quickly find people who mock the suggestion, perhaps without any knowledge. And I think that as Ghanaians, we should start looking more into some of our people who are excelling out there, who are doing really, really well and working their socks off. An example is Coach Otto Addo, who has whipped the Black Stars into shape, and they deserve to be at the World Cup. They showed more hunger, more desire over the 2 legs, and I think they deserve to be there.
We've qualified now to the World Cup with a technical team that was brought together to do just this, qualify. And the GFA, when they put this forward, told us that we want them to just go in and play these 2 matches, after which we will consider what to do, whether to reshuffle the pack or to maintain the structure. In fact, the view then was Chris Hughton eventually will take over and Otto Addo will return to Dortmund. Now that we've seen what has transpired, what should happen now?
I think that based on what has happened and the job that Otto and his backroom staff has done, it would be, excuse me to use this word, foolish for us to reinvent the wheel. I would say that it would be prudent for us to give them the opportunity to continue to work with the team until the World Cup. Otto has shown with his backroom staff, I would say, insist that the addition of George Boateng, Masoud Didi Dramani, and Chris Hughton all contributed to this making. So I would say in the interim, all of them should be maybe contracted or kept in position until after the World Cup. We have a couple of months to go, but in between these couple of months, there are few opportunities for us to play any serious competition. The players will still be with their clubs in Europe, so it will be prudent for us to say that we maintain the same team. We give Otto the opportunity to do what he did. Within that 6 weeks that we spoke here and him being appointed, and the 3 days, just 3 days of training in Kumasi that turned this team to continue to do the work until after the World Cup. He has given us a good base for the future, and I think that it's only wise that at this moment we should not bother ourselves about trying to go through the process the new process of getting a new coach, and that new process will also drag on and, you know, take our attention away from the key thing. And like Coach said, as it stands now, there will be some few FIFA days for friendlies. There will be opportunities, you know, to also scout our opponents. And we should not use this opportunity or these days to bother ourselves about getting a new coach, but we should bother ourselves about invigorating the squad, perhaps with more fresh blood, and inject them with some of the players that were not there to ensure that we go to the World Cup and give a good account of ourselves.
Former captain of the Black Stars, Stephen Appiah, has praised the team after they secured a ticket to the World Cup, and he recounts how he led Ghana to its first World Cup back in 2006.
I was very, very tense, and that reminds me when we played against South Africa at the FMB Stadium, when we beat them 2-0. Michael Essien and Mathieu Amoua scored the goal. And when we played against Cape Verde, all my career I've never played a game under pressure. I see. From local Accra support, from the national team in Europe, I've never played under pressure. But that particular game was the last game that would qualify us to Germany, and I played under. I mean, I was so tense. I couldn't even have my breakfast, no lunch. Match day, you are somebody who would be talking to us, who would try to ginger us. I looked at them, today you are very, very quiet, and I told them that actually today the match has dawned on me, and that's the same thing today. When I was watching the game, I was thinking about these guys, and I knew what they were going through. And playing at Abuja with 60,000 fans, yes, with the Eagles fans, it's not going to be easy. We got an early goal. I was a little bit, it was too early. Yeah. But you know, I mean, when you have the chance, you have to. But they tried, and I think that he got it right. And you have like 70 minutes to end up the game. They equalized, but the way the penalty came, I was a little bit, what is going to happen here? We have to be careful, because these people, they can do anything to win this game. I mean, it's the last game to go to the World Cup. This opportunity to congratulate the coach and the technical team. I think they have done so well. To gather the boys for 3 days or 4 days to put that performance, I think that they have done so well. And Nathaniel, listen, I'm so happy, because standing there, I'm putting myself into their shoes. I'm recollecting when we were hoping to go to our first World Cup and we qualified. And these guys, I think that 95% of them, or maybe all of them, they haven't been to the World Cup before. I mean, Jordan and 1 or 2. And these are the guys today. I don't know how they will feel. I mean, if they should ride a bicycle to come back to Accra, or they should take Uber. I mean, I'm just imagining how the dressing room looks like now. And let me say kudos to Ghanaians for their support. Kumasi was massive, and today, I mean, every house, you can see that everybody has gathered, and they to cheer the Black Stars, and then the guys, they have made us proud.
Well, Stephen Appiah is right, and that's because football fans across the country didn't just celebrate on the night, but they are still reveling in Ghana's qualification to the World Cup set to be hosted in Qatar later this year. Now, Kumasi's residents, remember that Kumasi played a very big role in that 0-0 draw, ensuring that Nigeria don't get any away goals. And so let's go back and see how people in Kumasi are still celebrating Ghana's victory. And they've been speaking to Love FM's Steve Zando.
I feel very proud as a Ghanaian. I was actually very excited because after a poor symbolic performance at AFCON, all hope was lost in this Black Stars. Ghanaians actually lost hope in this Black Stars, and to go all the way to Abuja to get that vital away point that qualifies us to the World Cup. I think all the boy deserves all applause, especially Owuraku, because the 3 changes that he made during the first half, that he brought in Kofi Chere, Kofichre, Elisha Wusu, as well as Andy Yadom to cut the channel of supplies of the Nigerians. I think that did a trick for Ghana yesterday, and I think the coach deserves all applaud.
I think it's great news that Ghana has qualified for the World Cup, knowing that very well lots of Ghanaians were not happy during the day, that after the approval of the e-levy and everything, Ghana Black Stars made us happy, and we're all looking forward to going to Qatar. And I think the biggest happiness I'm getting is the fact that we didn't win any of the matches, but we sent the Nigerians home, and that's great news for us. So now we're looking forward to how everything unfolds. We hope there's less drama in this year's World Cup, the picking of the squad and everything. So generally, I think the aura in Ghana is good. Yesterday, you could clearly see it. People were happy in their offices. People were just celebrating all around. So Black Stars has made us happy. Otoado has made us happy. Yeah, we are good to go.
Oh, as a Ghanaian, I'm so excited. I'm really excited about what happened yesterday, last night, I mean. And it's kind of amazing. The feeling is great. Like, to be part of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, it's a great feeling to be a Ghanaian right now. Yes, we're very, very much under pressure during the first half, but the technical team of the Black Stars did an excellent job with their substitution and all that. And then we know going forward, if they hand over the job to them, we are optimistic they will do great.
Well, Ghana are not the only side who would be in Qatar, of course. Let's get an update in terms of the teams which would be traveling to Qatar much later this year for a World Cup which would be very historic. First off, in terms of the calendar arrangement, first time it will be played later this year, not the usual mid-year tournament. And you can see on your screens Qatar, Germany, Denmark, France themselves who would be going into this as defending champions from 2018. Belgium still ranked #1 side, the golden generation. Can they finally bring a trophy? Croatia, Spain, Serbia, England themselves who got to the final of the Euros, Switzerland, Netherlands, Brazil, Argentina who on a 31-game unbeaten streak, Ecuador, Uruguay, Iran, South Korea, Japan, Saudi Arabia, who are led by Hervé Renard, who was linked with the Black Stars job after Milovan Rajbac was sacked. Canada, making their first appearance in the World Cup in 36 years. Poland, Portugal, who went through the playoffs. And then there are the 5 African countries, Ghana becoming the first African country to book their place in Qatar. And then Senegal, Morocco, Tunisia, and Cameroon, who were the host of the Africa Cup of Nations. And so we're still left with 5 more slots to get the full complement of the 32 countries who would be competing for the much coveted World Cup trophy in Qatar much later this year. And it's just left to the Caribbean teams, and once they do finish their qualification series, we'll get you the 32 teams, but currently it's 27 teams who have officially qualified for the World Cup. And now away from football, and after a 2-year break, Ghana's biggest long-distance race, the Millennium Marathon, is back in grand style. This year's event comes off on September 3, and Joy Sports' Asari Bediako has the rest of the story.
The Millennium Marathon was launched in 2015 and has since been organized every year here in Accra. It has become a major international race which attracts top athletes across the globe. Since its inception, over 50,000 athletes from 20 countries have participated. This year's event comes off on September 3. Catherine Morton is race director.
The Millennium Marathon has been certified by the GAA as the first gold label road race in Ghana. Our goal is to work together with the GAA to achieve in the near future a World Athletic labeled race status. In order to achieve this objective, we would need the full support of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Metropolitan Assembly, our security services, the Sanitation Ministry, and of course our cherished sponsors and stakeholders. A world-labeled roadway status will have significant impact not just for Ghana sports but for tourism and commerce. Renowned races like the London and Boston marathons have continued to be modeled examples of how far we can reach if we work hard.
chairman of the local organizing committee of the 2023 Africa Games, Dr. Kweku Ofusu-Asare, has underscored the importance of the Millennium Marathon.
I have been associated with the marathon for some time now. Mr. Ashim Morton and Gabriel Samasi were on my program when he visited Ghana for us to promote the marathons a few years back. The marathon is a very, very important sporting discipline. Marathon is based on discipline. It's based on your timing. It's based on preparations. It's based on everything, how you condition yourself, how you pace yourself to win the marathon. It's all about discipline and about your willingness and determination and tenacity and perseverance. We at the LOC are proud to be associated with this marathon this year because we're looking forward to getting the opportunity to harness talents. We are hoping that this marathon will give us athletes who will feed into Team Ghana and who will eventually represent Ghana come 2023.
The winner of the 2022 Millennium Marathon takes home 15,000 Ghana cedis.
Well, that's how we'll be wrapping up the sports segment here on the Joy News Prime. But before we go, just a reminder that you can get the latest sports stories on myjoyonline.com/sports, where you get details of some exclusives, stories there in terms of the Black Stars and what happened in Abuja last night. And also there's social media, our Twitter page at JoySportsGH, and then on Facebook and then Instagram as well. Do make sure to follow us for the latest information in the world of sports. My name is Owuraku Ampofo, and we'll be back again same time tomorrow to bring you updates and all the reactions from Ghana's qualification to the World Cup. Remember, this week is still dedicated to the Black Stars, and we're bringing you more stories concerning the team. And we'll see you again same time again tomorrow.